I'm going to show you the perfect invoice. So in case you get one from a wholesaler or a retailer and you're wondering, does this really stack up with what Amazon wants? Compare it to this one, and as long as it follows the things that I'm going to tell you about, then you can submit it to Amazon and it will be fine. So this is an invoice I used to get myself ungated for Top Trumps. Funko Pop I was already ungated for, by the way, but I'll talk about quantities and things like that later on. So let's break this down from the top and work our way through. So we have the business details at the top. Okay, this is what Amazon want. It's mandatory. We can't just not have that. Boom, tick that off the list. Invoice address. So we'll have to have the invoice address as the exact same address that we have registered to our Seller Central account. So maybe you're watching this and you haven't quite set up your Seller Central account and you're thinking of maybe having two different addresses, whatever. Don't, just keep it all the same. Your invoice address has to be the one that you have for Seller Central, otherwise it's going to fail. Your delivery address, that doesn't matter. Okay, Amazon know you can have stuff delivered to different addresses, delivered to a prep center address, delivered to your address, delivered to, I don't know, a business partner's address, like whatever it is. Delivery address does not matter. You don't get failed for a delivery address. Then we have our products. So we have very clearly what exactly we've purchased. And the quantity here, 12, Lord of the Rings, Top Trumps, Animals, Top Trumps. Okay, now that is that's more than enough for getting engaged for Top Trumps. They only wanted at least 10, and we have surpassed that. If I had 10 plus Funko Pop, I was already engaged in Funko Pop. That's why I only got 6 of this particular one. It was one I was trying out. If this had like 10 plus as well, we can use the same invoice for getting engaged for Funko Pop. So you don't have to buy things individually to get an invoice that only shows like one brand or one specific thing or whatever. You just buy everything you want to buy from that place. It's all like broken down like this in the invoice, or at least it should be. And if it's obviously got all the right quantities and stuff, you can use that same invoice for getting engaged for whatever it is that's on here. So in this case, if I had 10 Funko Pops on here and I was going to get engaged for Funko Pop as well, I can use the same invoice for Top Trumps and for Funko Pop. Okay, we have our quantities on there. Now it's important, as I mentioned in the previous video, that you need them to do it in a per unit quantity. So if you are buying like a case, like one case, and in that one case it contains 12, you need to make sure that they are showing that 12 rather than just like one for the one case. Most of the time they will do it like this anyway, so you don't have to worry. All the numbers and stuff, what you spend on it doesn't actually matter. And here we have things like country of origin and commodity code. Now that can be really useful, especially for if you are looking to sell stuff in another marketplace. So like if I'm in the UK and I want to sell stuff in the French marketplace, we need to make sure that we have things like country of origin. Amazon have really cracked down on that over the past year or so, where you need to have country of origin if you want to sell in any other marketplace. You can't not do it. You can't avoid it. You have to have it. So things like that can really, really help you out. But other than that, that is basically the perfect invoice. There we have it. That's what I used to get engaged for Top Trumps. And you need your invoices to look something very similar to this and have those factors on them. Please do not go forging any details on any invoices, like using Canva or Photoshop. Don't be doing any of that. That is a one-way ticket to getting your account suspended. It has to come from the retailer or the wholesaler. You can't edit it yourself, and when you submit this invoice, it has to be in a non-editable format. If it comes to you and it's not in a non-editable format, you can convert it into a non-editable format. That is fine. But if you go changing any details on it and Amazon find out, if Amazon like look at it and they're like, this thing's a bit funny, like maybe you canvaed in a quantity or something and like the text isn't lining up with the rest of it because it's like a different font or whatever, or like one figure's bigger than the other, they will be like, nope, suspended, stop forging invoices. Okay, so there we have it, the perfect invoice.